All right, well, it was a big weekend at the box office, at least for Tom Cruise. His Mission Impossible Rogue Nation opening to an estimated $56 million. That marks the second best Mission Impossible opening ever and the third best U.S. opening of Tom Cruise's career, behind Mission Impossible 2 and 2005's War of the World. Joining us for more on this is entertainment reporter Katrina Szish. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, my theory off the bat, it is hot outside, and everyone wants to go inside a cold movie theater.
All about air conditioning, right? And apparently Tom Cruise. I mean, it's his most successful film in about a decade.
It wasn't supposed to do that well, right?
Well, it was supposed to do, I think they were estimating 52 million.
Okay.
So, I mean, 56 is pretty good.
All right.
And again, 65 overseas. So I think we're realizing that, you know, despite the fact that he has become tabloid fodder, he still has a big draw at the box office.
Wait, am I missing something? What's the latest Tom Cruise tabloid fodder?
He's just epic. You know, from couch jumping on, he just is, you know, tabloid fodder.
I saw something about a new girlfriend, but I digress.
What about the change in release date? To Sandra's point about the weather, a lot of people are saying, like, look, this was originally slated for Christmas, December,
right,
and the studio execs, they weren't so sure, so they're like, okay, fine, we'll do it in July. Exactly. And it seems like there's no other movie really competing for our attention right now.
I think that's a great point. I think the timing was excellent on this. Again, it was something that, in a summer that has been so-so, and August is expected to be even a little bit more boring, this really just gives fans something to look forward to. It's kind of the tentpole that the studio needed, and so the timing was perfect.
And Tom Cruise is psyched, right? Because to your point, I mean, maybe he was getting a little bit older, stale, except for in the tabloids, but now it seems like there's another one in the works.
Something tells me he's jazzed.
And MI6 is on its way, and again, the buzz about Top Gun 2.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
TBD.
That could be epic.
Yeah.
All right, well, a trailer for the Zoolander sequel was just released. What are your thoughts on that franchise? You're excited.
Can you tell, rubbing the hands? I love the Zoolander franchise, and I think especially when we saw, you know, going back to Fashion Week in Paris back in March, we saw Zoolander, the two stars, Owen Wilson, and of course Ben Stiller, take the runway at the Maison Valentino show. And this was epic news in the fashion world, and again, people are getting excited about the movie. The trailer, of course, is buzzing this morning, and I think especially the Stephen Hawking-like voice taking us back in time to the Big Bang, and of course then we see Ben Stiller saying, you know, if God really existed, why did he create ugly people? Which, of course, if you know the franchise, that is the epic line, and I can't wait for this.
Let me tell you something. Blue Steel lives on in almost every family photograph. Somebody says it. All right, I want to get your thoughts on one more story from the weekend. Rapper Snoop Dogg was stopped at the airport in Italy with more than $400,000 in cash stuffed in his Louis Vuitton luggage. The max amount of cash that one can take on board a plane in the EU is about $10,000. What was he doing with all this money?
Reportedly he said that he was just carrying this cash so he could pay his band. Now, I mean, he's traveling on a private plane, and it was a routine stop, so it wasn't anything, you know, scandalous to begin with. They retained half of that cash. No response from his reps yet, but usually this cash, if someone is found with, I mean, this is an extremely large amount of cash, but usually they'll get it back after fines are paid.
All right, there's a bunch of people signing up to be on the road crew for Snoop Dogg,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
I'm not going to begin to speculate what was being done with that cash, simply because everyone is already doing that at home.
He was arrested earlier during his trip in Sweden for what you might be alluding to. So, yes.
All right. Mike, I'm going to save you from even commenting on that. All right. Katrina Szish, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you this morning. Mike